way, these are even 10 times better. This is close on par to what they did with the brick by brick. And of course, this is a culturally inspired twist coming with the Jordan brand. The tradition of high-flying grapplers with Michael Jordan's legendary style of play. If you're from Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about. Like, Mexicans are part of the culture in Atlanta. So right now, oh my God, right now, whew, got 'em early. The Jordan 3 Mexico El Vuelo. All right, guys, so we got something in today very special that I've been waiting to get my hands on because these looked extremely dope just off the rip, but the box itself, as you can see, is extremely fabulous as well. We're gonna get to the box though. We're gonna get straight into the sneakers first and foremost because I just got to. There's a lot going on in the box and I want to do that as well. We're gonna take this out. As you can see, you have your elephant print on the box right here. And then in the inside, you have both of the shoes wrapped in their own paper. So you're gonna take the first one out. Woo. Wow. Check that out. So we got the first one real quick. Let me get the other one. Sorry, my bad, I didn't mean to drop you. Salute to all my Mexican supporters. Woo-wee. These are even 10 times better. I gotta turn the brightness down. These things is gleaming. All right, forgive me, these things are shiny, y'all. So first things first, off the rip, just looking at it, and I'm gonna move this to the side. I gotta get closer. I gotta get closer to y'all so we can talk. Bam! Check it out, man. The Jordan 3 Mexico El Vuelo. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. This is my first looks, first impressions. We're gonna do a full-on in-depth review on this particular shoe. These are set to release on September 20th, and the supposed retail price point on this particular pair is $230. And I can definitely tell that that's gonna be the case because of the amount of quality, craftsmanship, and packaging that goes into this particular shoe. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Out of every shoe that I've seen this year, from January to now, the amount of detailing, the amount of things that have went into this sneaker overall, this might top the actual top of the overall releases of this year. You're talking about, I mean, specifically from Jordan brands, at least, right? The Jordan 1, Bread, or the Metallic 5s, all that. Like, this is close on par to what they did with the brick by brick. Now, I know people are gonna be like, what? And I'm not jumping in saying this is like some sneaker of the year, but as far as like what they did with this particular shoe, from the materials all the way down to the box and the actual story and the theme behind it, you really can't get any better than this. Now, if you grew up like me in wrestling, you have been already introduced to some sorts of lucha libre through great, fantastic wrestlers like Rey Mysterio. But there's a whole nother culture, a whole nother tradition, a whole nother lifestyle in the lucha libre that goes on in Mexico. And we've also been introduced to it even more now with the recent buyout, or the WWE recently bought a lucha libre of recent, and they've been doing tons of different things along with that for their PLEs. September 20th, 2:30, the Jordan 3 Mexico El Vuelo. Hopefully I'm saying it correctly. If I am not, I'm going to get it correct when it comes to the full-on in-depth review, because I want to break this whole entire shoe down to its depth. This is going to be, though, an extremely dope shoe. The actual material that is going on here is not even a leather. It's like a vinyl. Now, the paneling, of course, on the side panels in this part right here has that leather type of texture, but on this panel where the whites are, for the most part, a lot of that is actually of this vinyl-like material. The actual tongue is of a satin material, and the Jumpman is actually of a like metallic Jumpman and not a plastic. It feels, for the most part, some sort of metal is going on that. They went with some pretty high-grade materials, if you ask me. The back portion features the embroidered Air Jordan, and of course, this is a culturally inspired twist coming with the Jordan brand on one of the most iconic silhouettes. This release pays tribute to Mexican heritage and pays homage to the lucha libre wrestling, blending in the tradition of high-flying grapplers with Michael Jordan's legendary style of play. The shoe is featuring here a crisp summit white with the vibrant Mexican-inspired flag accents. On the box, those are summit white, metallic gold, blanque, somewhat, you know, it gets kind of weird at the end. But of course you have that green, red, and then even that hint of gold featured right there. The outsole keeps that same color base going on as well. Premium materials, textile overlays, and a switch out on the elephant print for a more like reptilian or scale-like type of texture going on. Dragon-like, if you ask me, featured there, playing into the Lucha Libre and the mask and the garments that are worn. Now on the tongues of these shoes, they swapped out and put some special type of wording. Que fuerza, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Que fuerza means what strength. And then on the left shoe here, and additional laces, we have Más vel maña. Más vel maña. Más vel maña, which means cleverness is worth more. Comes in 2 additional set of laces in a green and a red that features that faded overall look. And as we stated before, the box here is to represent the old school Lucha Libre type of posters that were utilized back in the day. The vintage style fighter posters. You had that going on live on air. You had the Jordan brand logo, the Jumpman, the look overall. They really just knocked it out the park with this particular one. And this is not the first time that Jordan brand has done this. This is a part of, I guess you could say, a continuance of the tribute that Jordan brand has been doing with Mexico's heritage. Last year we had the Jordan 5 El Grito. Now we have the Jordan 3 El Vuelo. These are releasing on September 20th, which is in part of Mexico's Independence Day. So that's also a nod to that as well. And when you think about it, a Lucha Libre and someone like Jordan, they're both acrobatic talents and athletes. One is doing acrobatic flips and stunts on to another person that they hope to harm, while Jordan is doing the same kind of somewhat hoping to harm them, but more in a dunking type of fashion. With that said, man, these are amazing, right? And I got major love for my Mexican brothers and sisters. When it comes to the food, when it comes to their heritage, when it comes to their traditions, I got tons of Mexicans in my family. If you're from Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about. Like, Mexicans are part of the culture in Atlanta. And even growing up, I used to party a lot with my friends who were Mexican, but also Hispanic, Puerto Rican, Honduras, Dominican, all the above. But Mexico, Mexicans, they was running the party scene with me back then, and just have a big part of love for people who are Mexican at the end of the day. With that said, that's why this might be a shoe that I actually might have to go ahead and, you know, put my sombrero on, which I actually got one, and just, hey, call it what it is. And someone asked me a question, why you rocking them? I might got to speak a little bit of Spanish and just keep it moving. But nah, like, these are just fire, bro. The overall look, the overall theme, the overall story, the details, everything about this, they just knocked these out of the park. Now, they're $230. Who's to say, you know, let's check the secondary market just to see, because more than likely these may be something that will sit. And I'm only guessing that, who knows? If these are limited release, then so be it. But I'm telling you that right now, before I even look at it, like, these are fire. So right now, oh my God, right now, whew, right now they're trying to sell them for $500. Nobody's buying them, but they're trying to sell them at that price. So we'll just have to wait and see. But these, man, they really went crazy. And when we get shoes like this that are crazy like this, we tend to either see the shoe kind of like do extremely well or just bomb. These are going for $230, so keep that in mind. So this could be something that, you know, we've seen plenty of $230 shoes that end up going on sale for like $180. This though, if you're Mexican, I just don't see, and you like Jordans, I don't see how you don't get these. It just is what it is. Because I might even have to grab them. Like, I might honestly have to grab these. These right here are fire as hell. And I haven't been like this for a pair of shoes in a minute. Like, these are fire, bro. The box, everything about it, these are fire as hell. I need to see though is if this is 3M. If this is 3M, you will see a 3M clip. If it's not 3M, that means it's not. But this got that 3M type of look also, where it looked like it could shine. So we'll just have to wait and see. But you'll see it on the B-roll if not. With that all said, this is my first thoughts and opinions and impressions. And I'm just giving that to you uncut and raw. If y'all like it, I love it. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section as always. And I will see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.